In the name of Bryan Coquard, Cofidis launched an all-out assault on Ineos, who basically just have Ganna, Viviani, and Rowe left. Carapaz out with COVID this morning. Hayter not looking too crash hot. This is stage 2, but they had the prologue first, 187 Ks, uphill drag finish to Manosque. It's like 2 Ks at 3.5–4%, but the last kicker is a little bit steeper. Ganna's in the leader's jersey. Alaphilippe's the best GC rider. He's on 4 seconds with a 24-second lead ahead of Quintana. Breakaway went with Coquard and Orsolin from B&B and Total Energy, and a lot of teams offered a rider to help. Ineos for Ganna, who was in the leader's jersey, they didn't pull too much in earnest. Pucci on the front. Then Cofidis looked like they meant business today, and they rode a lot for this stage for Bryan Coquard. They're obviously confident in him in the final uphill drag. He beat Mads Pedersen in uphill finish in Bessèges the other week. FDJ, poor guys, pacing for Demar, as well as Quickstep, because Alaphilippe will be grateful for any bonus seconds he can get on this stage, and a finish that really suits him. He crashed, actually, in the run into this last year. But for GC, he wants a little buffer ahead of a fresh-looking Nairo Quintana with that uphill, or mountaintop finish tomorrow, rather. Anyway, we get to a 6K, 4% climb with about 32 Ks to go. The breakaway starts to disintegrate, and Cofidis absolutely launch it. 3-man time trial, well, 2-man time trial with pocket rocket Bryan Coquard in the middle of it. They've left Victor Lefebvre behind. He was good in Arctic Race of Norway, punchy guy, like a 3K, won his Euro stage, so 3K, 6% from the break last year. Perfect sort of climb for him, which is about 5–6 Ks at 4 to 5%. And the reason that gradient's important is it's enough that sprinters won't enjoy it if you put the pace on a lot, but if you got a good draft, draft matters. And in this early season phase we're in as well, you never know which sprinters, like sometimes Viviani can get over a hill well, today less so. This is the Bora Hansgrohe Stage 10 Giro d'Italia Foligno move when they launched it on those climbs to drop Nisolo Groenewegen for Sagan to win that stage. It's the same tactic. Try and drop the heavier sprinters or the better pure sprinters for your lighter, better climbing sprinter like Bryan Coquard. And it was very, very effective for Cofidis. They got what they wanted. Elia Viviani, who cooked everyone in the sprint yesterday, like easy dub, he got dropped on this climb, never to be seen again. Maybe they'll change back to Pinarello rim break, I don't know. But the problem is you can't just, it's 27 Ks to the finish. It's not like we have the finish straight after this. Demar actually made it over. That was pretty good from him, and he had some teammates around him. But you need to pace now the descent, because there'll be maybe a group forming behind. Viviani will pace, and Cofidis did. They launched the descent as well. Even more gaps opened up, and they have had an unbelievable start to the year. Bessèges, they won 2 stages. Thomas took out the general classification. They're making the race here into La Provence stage 3 with a very solid field. The problem for them was the break had a nice healthy gap of a minute in the valley. Viviani wouldn't be able to make it back on, and Ethan Hayter as well, who I thought would be a big chance in this uphill sort of finish. He got dropped somewhere on the descent for Ineos, so all B for Filippo Ganna in the finish. The problem for Cofidis was this gap was growing. They were running out of men. Coquard left Orsolin behind, and it's gone from 47 seconds to 51 seconds. Lefebvre's the man who was launching it on the climb. He's cooked, and that's the risk with these sort of moves. We saw what can happen last year in Catalunya with Movistar. They dropped Sagan on the climb, got into the valley afterwards, stage 1, and attacks rained upon them, a group with Luis Leon and Leonard Kamna going clear. So Cofidis were having trouble controlling the breakaway, even bringing it back. And even if they did bring it back, were they going to be attacked by other teams if they brought it back too quickly? They got bailed out a little bit by Quickstep Alpha Vinyl, for the reason being that this finish also really suits Alaphilippe, and even if he's like, okay, Coquard's a favourite, I want the bonus seconds, 4 or 6 bonus seconds for second and third, probably at worst as well. They bring back Coquard with just 1,700 2Ks to go, and unusually, despite them pacing all day for the sprint win for Coquard, Pierre-Luc Perichon attacks for Cofidis on the left-hand side. It seemed like an impromptu, instinctive move. Perhaps he didn't see any Quickstep riders near the front, and he thought, okay, well, They've just got Dries Devenijns. Ganna's got no one to lead him out. So maybe he smelt an opportunity. You see when the camera pans back, Dries Devenijns looking behind, where's Alaphilippe? If you don't know who Dries Devenijns is, he's the guy who launched Alaphilippe on Côte de Fosse Loop in stage 1 of the Tour de France last year. Unbelievably good at this sort of role, stringing it out and launching Alaphilippe on an uphill drag. But here he had to bring back Pierre-Luc Perrichon, going, I think, a little bit earlier than he wanted to, and didn't know exactly where Alaphilippe was in the group either. They probably wanted to launch it at about 600 to go, 550 to go, brings him back, pulls off early. Ganna stalls a little bit on the front, and Pierre Latour from very, very deep on the left-hand side attacks, trying to get the jump on the group. Unfortunately for him, Bryan Coquard's team did not work in vain. He sees that on the left-hand side, jumps onto Pierre Latour's wheel. Alaphilippe has his wheel on the right-hand side of Mads Schmidt, so he can't immediately go to the left and follow Coquard's wheel. Coquard takes Latour's wheel off Quintana, and Alaphilippe has to go around Schmidt, gets not really a great draft either, and then ducks out into Coquard's slipstream. But he spent a lot of energy doing that, and Coquard, the faster sprinter anyway. As it flattens out, Alaphilippe can't even get up level with Coquard's back wheel, who rewards his teammates. Excellent work. Second win of the year. He didn't win in 2021. Number 1, Lecoq, Bryan Coquard, takes out the W. Great plan from Cofidis, well executed, and Coquard, yeah, he's just looking a lot better this year. Takes the win ahead of Alaphilippe, Ganna, Latour de Mar, Quintana 6th, then Schmidt, Jorgensen, Peripantra, and Lorenzo Manzan rounding out the top 10. Maxime Bouet, apparently according to Lefebvre, gave Lefebvre's phone a virus. We'll wait for Maxime Bouet's response on that. But Ganna's leading GC by 2 seconds ahead of Alaphilippe, but Alaphilippe's the man to beat tomorrow. It's whether Quintana 30 seconds behind Alaphilippe. That is a huge amount to make up on the 13-kilometer, 6% Montagne de Lourdes climb tomorrow. But because it's such a big gap, Arkea are going to have to launch that early. So I can't wait to watch it tomorrow. Who do you think is going to win? Hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you with the recap tomorrow. Ciao.